what's fruiting in December in the food forest. What fruits are in season in December? Not much, but here in Zone 9B we have lots of citrus. This is our Mirkwood tangerine. It's about ready to be picked. This tree did not put out as much fruit as it usually does because we switched it up to a bigger pot early in the year and it did not like that, but hopefully next year will be better. We have a few tiny brown turkey figs hanging on still, but we've already taken cuttings for the winter. We weren't expecting any fruit to come. We'll see if they turn out to ripen or what's gonna happen. If you watch the end of this video, I will have up a list of December fruiting plants and fruit trees for warm climates. These are plants and trees that we have on our wish lists, and if you watch the end, you can have them on yours too. Musa Cavendish banana. It likes to set fruit in the late fall, and this is the cluster we've got this year. It's not as big as usual, but we have not had any water, so that makes sense. We have lots of habanero peppers this year. They've been producing all fall. Much bigger peppers than we usually have. This is about the third year we've had this one. We have a chili pepper ready. Gotta love it. Spicy food in December. Loquats are tiny, not ready to be picked, but they're there. It's so tiny, but it's there. Everbearing mulberry. There's not much to pick in the food forest in December, but as we grow, as we expand the food forest, we hope to bring in more varieties that can actually help us have fruit all year round. This is a pear tree that's actually turning color. It has been such a dry fall. It's kind of nice to see a little bit of color here in the food forest in northeast Florida. This is our Kiefer pear. This is our Galangala ginger. Look how green these leaves are, even without much rain. We know they're down there. We can go get ginger whenever we want to. While we don't have much fruit in the garden in December, in the food forest, there's so many greens, coloreds, perennial green, edible leaf plants. So we always have something that we can eat from the food forest. But December is not the highlight of a fruiting month. Although we do hope in the future that we can bring in a lot more fruiting varieties that will produce all the winter months for us. When it comes to bananas, we hold off with fertilizers. We don't give too much water over the winter because we do not want anything to set fruit. We have had a banana set a double cluster of bananas in December once, and then we got a freeze and it died back. Be very careful not to fertilize in the winter months. We do not give any of our plants any strong compost, any chicken manure, because we do not want anything to set fruit when there's a risk of losing that fruit in case we get a freeze. So it's a delicate balance, and we get better every year. I hope you'll be back in January to see what's fruiting in the food forest. Take a look at all of our videos about how we grow things from seed. Winter months, fall months, that's where we propagate a lot of our fruit plants, our fruiting trees, plants in general. We do a lot of that work in the winter, even though we do that all year round too. But there are a lot of things that we propagate this time of the year. As promised earlier, I'm going to share with you a list of December fruiting plants and trees for warm climates. These are December fruiting plants and trees that we have on our plant wish list, which by the way is extremely long. But we already have some varieties of avocados, winter Mexican as an example. But there are a lot more varieties that we would love to have in our fruit forests so that we can have avocados almost all year round. And then we have citrus. Our entire community is just glowing yellow right now. And it's not the leaves. It's December in Florida. We do have some yellowing of the leaves. But citrus of all kinds are December fruits here. We want to grow citrus because it is abundant in Florida. We just got to keep on doing our research. Now, in addition to that, we have black sapota. This is our black sapota. It is in a little microclimate right now. We are having it in a protected area because it is still small, so it's not ready to produce yet, but hopefully in a year or two we will start getting production out of this. Bananas, lots of bananas. We want to get many different banana varieties because bananas do produce in the fall here with us. We like them to produce early in the year, but you know, we want as many banana varieties as we can get for our growing zone. Now, strawberries is another one. We actually have been growing strawberries. We just don't have enough room to really produce. So once we get more acreage, we would definitely want to expand strawberries. Passion fruit vines also like to set fruit in the fall and ripen over the winter in December and later. But this year we have not had any passion fruits on our vines, and we think it's because it's been so dry. The only rain we really got was a few times in August, very little rain, and then we got rain during Hurricane Milton. But after that, we've had nothing. And what we get when we do get rain is a mist. I'm actually standing outside in the rain right now, and you can't even tell. You can actually see a little bit of mistiness on these banana leaves, but it's barely anything at all. Another one we forgot to mention was jaboticaba. We have a tiny jabo, but it's not ready to fruit and yet. We can't wait until it does. It is very cold hardy, so it is a great one for our growing area. Jaboticaba has a grape-like fruit. It's actually called Brazilian grape also, and it fruits several times a year. The grapes, the berries, are on the trunk of the jaboticaba, and there are many different varieties, so we have those varieties on our wish list. There are a lot more December producing fruits and plants. We will list them all here for you, so you can add them to your list. What's on your wish list? Do you have some December fruiting plants on your wish list? We would love to hear about it. Maybe we need to add them to ours. I mean, can you ever really have a plant wish list that's too long? The more variety of food we can have in a fruit forest, the better it is. At least that's what we think. So if you have a specific variety of a plant that we've already mentioned, or if you have plants that we haven't mentioned, fruit trees we haven't mentioned that fruit in December, please let us know. And we hope you found our list, and we hope you found this video helpful. If you learned something from this video, if you found it valuable, please support us. Give this video a like and subscribe. Support the Dancing Trees Family Farm. Help us grow so we can expand. We have so many big dreams, taking one step at a time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for making the world a little greener.